off. No holds barred.
Really could go anyway. Flip over your tape decks. It's the B-sides.
It's the B-sides. Hey guys, it is Scott Hughes here.
And I'm Jack Bingham.
And we are your mates. We're coming to you not live from our podcast studio, which isn't ours, but we are bringing you some hot topics. We are your mates. We like to be with you wherever you might want us.
That's right, and this is the B-sides. So we did tell you in the Tuesday ep that we were without the manager for a while.
Yes.
Couple of weeks. So to basically look forward to a couple of B-sides. We're unmanaged.
Yes.
We don't have the ability to do great fact-checking on the fly.
No. Hence our last episode.
That's right.
You'll find out shortly.
We did promise something, and it's coming up in the news.
Yes.
Because we had to do the research in the meantime. But, so basically we're unmanaged. It's a bit looser. You know, we can't be held accountable for what we say.
Times can be between 10 and 35 minutes.
Yeah. We did bust out a big B-size last week, but
we did.
We've been a bit more conscious of it as much as possible.
Yep.
And
got the external call from manager, but not really.
Yeah. He's fine.
Here we go. He's great.
So we will kick off with a bit of news. And I heard, Scotty, you kind of told me that you had a couple of medium moments.
Yes, medium moments. So we did talk about this, medium moments being moments that probably not good enough to be like Instagrammed or, highlighted.
They're not going to blow anyone's minds is what we say. Like, if you tell the story, you need to start the story off with, guys, this isn't going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
But it's a medium moment.
It's a medium. I got a medium moment.
It's worth repeating.
Yeah. So better than just your average day in the office where nothing's different.
That's right.
So 2 medium moments. First one, there seems to be a lot of car-related ones. I guess there's lots of patterns that are kind of made with cars. But it was just like a classic one. We've talked about a similar one, but it's basically my dad was approaching a roundabout in a ute. Yeah. And it was kind of almost this is what I'll recount the story as, simultaneously at the same time as 3 other utes basically rocked up to the roundabout at the same time.
So were you in your dad's car?
No. This is my dad retelling the story.
Oh. Did he tell you it was a medium moment or is he not?
Yeah. He said it was a medium moment. I said, I got a medium moment for you.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's 4
Thanks,
cars coming into the roundabout. It's like a little ute meeting.
That's great. And and they basically all came in and just fed off again.
Yeah, it would have looked great from above.
Yeah, it would have been beautiful. Man. It might have been an ad. He might have driven himself into a Colorado ad or something.
The designers of the ad are thinking, far out, if we just had one more. Oh, who's this? Oh, boys, go.
Go, make it happen. Yeah, nice. All right. Anyway. I love it. That's a medium moment submission. Yeah, cool.
Next one, and kind of another submission, but it's from my wife, all family related this afternoon.
Great. That is a submission.
So my wife, she was doing reports. She's a school teacher, she has to write reports. Yeah. But to start it off, she just writes them all on the one Word document and then
copy and paste onto every other kid.
Into the reports or whatever that has to happen, No, not like that. Yeah. Well, because it's not like that because she highlighted how many words she wrote in all the combined comments that she had to write.
Oh, right.
Which were all different. Yeah. And it was 5,555 words.
Wow. That's a great medium moment.
Yeah. So at the end of 20 odd, 30 odd times, however many comments. Yeah. 5,555 words.
That's exactly what a medium moment is. Pretty cool. Yeah. Not going to stop a party. Yeah. Not going to stop the music, but worth just retelling.
Worth you guys hearing about.
That's great. Far out. I feel like, I did this last time too, but basically just like a bit of news, something that I realised quite some time ago, but I thought it's worth educating the podcast. Yeah. And it's definitely not worth the topic, but just wanted to basically say, has anyone else realised that a McFeast is just a McDonald's Whopper?
Yeah. It's
exactly the same.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the it's got the tomato mustard with mayo, and then it's just like meat, and then like your classic kind of salads.
Yeah, right.
It's literally a Macca's Whopper.
And that's what a Whopper is, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
So, I don't know. We can...
We've kind of cheated. They've copied them.
Well, yeah, because the McFeast is definitely not... Like, the Whopper is the one thing that Hungry Jack's is really hanging on to as its thing,
and
you know?
they've killed it, yeah.
And, it's great, sure. And it doesn't taste like a McFeast.
No.
It's like the way whatever they do with a microwave or whatever at Hungry Jack's, I don't know. But the whole bun density is different. The meat's different. It's a completely different burger.
Yeah.
But as far as ingredients and the way they're kind of stacked goes,
Macca's wanted to take a piece.
that's just what they just like. Oh, let's call it the McFeast. But it's literally the same thing as a Whopper.
The McFeast is a funny one because I feel like as far as I can remember, the McFeast is kind of floated in and out of whether you can buy it or not.
Yeah, it used to have the kind of saying on the ad, like an old friend's back or something like that. It was like, say hey to an old friend.
Yeah.
The McFeast is back.
Is back, yeah.
And I think that's really what they use it as.
Yeah.
I reckon they just basically just keep pulling it back, keep putting it back in. And that's just classic.
The only thing that I'm not 100% sure about is, does a Whopper have mustard? Does a McFeast have mustard?
Don't know.
Yeah, I
don't know, but it definitely, at the very least, it definitely has the mayo ketchup.
And ketchup combo. Yeah.
And if it didn't have mustard, I'd be pretty surprised on both behalves because they kind of always, the mustard ketchup combo is always kind of one.
It's famous.
So, yeah. And then, like seedy bun, like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's the same burger.
Just Macca's did their kind of...
Interesting. Macca's take
kind of cleaner, slightly smaller version.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Just the news.
Yeah. So wrapping up the news.
Yeah.
We're throwing quickly back to our last episode.
Yes. We basically made a sneaky promise to you guys, and we've researched it since the last one, that we would let you know officially what it is that bees do that basically is like vital to our ecosystem.
Yeah.
And Scott pretty much claimed it as a fact, but we didn't really know what it actually was that they did.
Why they were so important.
Yeah. So I think you've got a couple of facts that you wrote down. Is that right?
Yeah, but I'll just summarize it in this one. But do you want? Yeah. So I mean, really, what the thing is that bees pollinate so many plants.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that I've got here is that 1/3 of food is pollination dependent.
Yeah.
So 1/3 of all food that we eat is dependent on pollination.
Pretty huge.
It's major. So, and what we were researching is that some of that is directly dependent. So some of our fruit that we eat is directly pollinated by bees.
Yeah.
That's how it grows. Passion fruits, I know that to be an example.
Apples.
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, okay, apples. I know passion fruits are a thing because sadly, my brother-in-law said that there weren't any bees around his place. So he had to use cotton bud things.
No way.
And do the pollination himself.
So he couldn't grow passion fruit because he just didn't have bees around.
Yeah. Well,
wow. You've got passion fruit upside of your house. Do you have bees?
No, not at the moment.
Have you got passion fruit?
No, but I feel like ours are like early days.
Okay.
So it still needs another season before it tries to fruit.
Really?
Because it hasn't flowered. That's the problem.
So what's the turnaround on? Because I reckon you've had those up the side of your house for... Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I reckon you've had them for 6 months.
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping next spring.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping.
Well, that'd be... Wow,
Yeah,
so it's a 2-year commitment just to get a fruit.
Yeah, I think so. But when they blossom, by then the vines will be rampant.
Yeah.
And there should be lots of flowers.
That's why they call it passion fruit. You have to be passionate about growing it, or you know.
I'm going to say possibly, or maybe you have to have minimal passion because I think it's one of the quickest fruits. In that most other fruits are like 2 years plus.
You're joking. So you're telling me if you start growing an apple tree,
over that, I reckon.
That's true because really it needs to get to a big enough size
that it can even hold a little apple.
I'll tell you what's quick, like limes and
really?
lemons. Yeah. I've seen a lemon tree, in fact, in my parents' backyard.
Yeah.
Tiny, like it's like 2 feet high.
Yeah.
And it's got a lemon on it or a lime or something.
Yeah, okay. But when it was 2 feet high, how old was it then?
6 months.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Yeah,
but,
okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Anyway, winding back, bees. We're talking about bees here. They do directly pollinate particular fruits and other foods that we directly eat.
Yeah.
But they also do a lot of pollination for kind of flora.
Yeah, just like
other plants
wild plants. Yeah,
that other animals eat, which we eat. We eat those animals.
Yeah.
So, for an example, I don't know if this is a correct example, but it pollinates clover. Bees pollinate clover.
Yeah.
I don't know if
dogs eat clover.
Exactly. We eat dogs,
etc.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, a third of our food bees dependent. So
there you go. You've got the official facts now, and that was all fact.
Yeah. And
we didn't stray from facts that whole time.
And if you want to know why that is relevant to what we've been talking about, go back and listen to the last episode.
Yeah, surely you have.
Because it'll flow on beautifully.
All right, we better get into a topic.
Yep.
It's one I thought of recently, and it's a fact, I guess, that we've all known for a long time. Probably since you're in junior school. You know, you're a little kid.
Yep.
And it's the thing about the fact that nothing rhymes with orange.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably, like, I've heard some other stuff, but I think officially, really, I think it's only orange that's the one that nothing rhymes with.
Porridge. Nah.
No, it doesn't. But it is close,
That's
which
close.
is kind of what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah.
I think the other one as well. Funny that
Purple?
it's colour. I think it's silver is the other one where they
Okay.
say that doesn't rhyme. Anyway.
Is purple? Can you think of anything of purple?
I can't think of it, but the thing is that
Yeah,
it will
okay.
have a rhyming
Alright.
word, because the thing that everyone knows is that nothing else with orange.
Okay, yeah.
And so, like, I guess really what it comes down to, or what I thought about, the reason I kind of put more thought into it than just accepting that as a fact,
Yeah.
is that the reason that most words have got a rhyming word, like a rhyming partner, friend, and heaps of them,
Yeah.
like you think of most words have thousands of words that rhyme with them.
Yeah.
It's because the way that our language works is that we've got like letters that go next to each other
Yeah.
that make a sound.
Right.
You know? Like,
Yeah, so combinations of letters.
yeah. So like anything that ends in like 8, like educate,
Yeah.
rhymes with anything else that ends in 8 or at or
Yeah.
ing
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like it's just like heaps of words are made up of like bits and pieces, and I think especially when they were like creating the words in English, I think they kind of like pulled meanings from other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so because they basically pulled meanings from other words and put them together,
Yeah.
you ended up with heaps of words that rhyme.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense, I guess, now that when you strip it back.
So why is it so weird? Like, how is it possible
Yeah.
that, like, because the more I think about it, the more I understand why things rhyme.
Yeah.
The more thought I put into it, I understand. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like heaps of words end in those letters, so it
Yeah.
makes sense. It just is actually crazy, and the chances are so slim to me that of all the words and of all the reasons for them to rhyme, somehow nothing rhymes with orange.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Because, I mean, it is funny though. It's a funny example, I'd say, only because it's kind of like it's a combination of a combination.
Say what you're talking about.
So, like, for example, orange, although I guess it doesn't, but I was going to say orange
Yeah.
kind of ends with range, R-A-N-G-E.
Yeah, which probably has heaps of rhyming
of things
words.
that rhyme with it. I guess we say orange differently than we say range. Like, we don't call it orange.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's why it's so weird, because heaps of words end in AGE, heaps of words end in range.
Yeah,
like
A-N-G-E, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
but we, for some reason, we don't say orange, we say orange.
Which you're kind of saying like INGE, but at the same time, orange kind of has an N in there too, because it doesn't rhyme. Because if it's INGE, it doesn't rhyme with hinge.
Yeah, so
If
that's
it's orange, it would rhyme with hinge.
yeah. So
but it's
that's
not.
But that's my point. Is that hinge, right? For example, let's just say it was spelt with ing, whatever.
Yeah.
And it did. Like, we can see visually that it should rhyme with hinge.
Yeah.
But then orange is a combination of a combination, because it has the R, like the OR at the start.
Yeah.
So it's like that combination plus the ringe combination added together. So mathematically, the percentage chance is quickly decreasing.
Yeah, I hear what you're
You know
saying.
what I mean?
Because
But
the
still-
or is also uncommon. The kind of like or kind of sound.
Yeah,
Like it's not or.
Yeah.
It's not orange, because then
Yeah.
it would rhyme with hinge, like we said.
Or orange.
Or orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Orange.
Don't know. I just think
Forage.
it's
Forage?
such a...
Can you forage? Oh, forage.
No, forage.
Yeah.
Forage. No, you didn't crack the thing that no one's ever done before on the spot on the podcast.
Got it.
Wait a second. I've done it. But I guess because like if you phonetically spell out orange, I guess it's spelled you'd spell it nothing like the actual way it's written, I reckon. Because there's so many weird sounds in there.
Yeah.
Like even when you say it, it sounds different to how I say it, I reckon.
Yeah. I mean,
orange.
The whole language thing. One, we know it's a fascinating beast. Like we could talk about many tangents for language.
Absolutely.
One of my favourite ones that we've done in our previous podcast is like we've got random letters in our alphabet that we maybe don't need.
Yeah, because they're made up of other letters, kind of thing.
Or other sound. They make sounds that other letters could make.
Yeah, that's right.
Like X, for example.
Yeah, and C or K. Either of those could
just
go.
Choose one.
Yeah.
And which is weird because all our letters kind of make multiple sounds anyway.
Yeah, and I think that stemmed off us talking about do the letters have spellings? And if they do, like exactly like you said with X.
Yeah, how would you spell it?
Or like
ECKS. Or ECKS if we ditch and C.
Yeah, that's right. Get rid of C. EKX, you've got X. So anywhere with an X in it, you can replace it with an EKX.
Yeah. And just quickly,
EKX.
Like why do we even have the letter Q in our alphabet, considering that it always has to be backed up by U?
Yeah.
Like, why is Q a thing? Like, if it's always got to be backed up by U, why don't you just use C?
Yeah, Q, again, easy to spell. Multiple ways you could spell it.
Anyway.
Wait. Can we just go back there quickly? Just go back there really quick. Yeah. There's like words that end in Q, right? That aren't proper nouns. Is there? Because I can think of like a
maybe,
rock, but that's a proper noun. But is there like?
But even still.
I was just trying to think about when there isn't a U there.
No, that's the thing. Even if it ends with Q, I feel like it'll have a U after it, so the word will never actually end in Q.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
except for the proper nouns like a rock.
Yeah, and there's some funny like chi, like a famous Scrabble word, QI.
Oh, great word.
But like, really, if we're really going that pedantic, you can spell chi in other ways.
Many.
Than using a Q.
Actually, I'll say many. Really, it's CHI.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, why do we like a Q? You can't say that we need a Q just to spell the word chi. Is what I'm basically saying.
Yeah, and just like as like a really good like physical example.
Yeah.
Just to say like barbecue.
Yeah.
Easily could just be Barbie, CUE.
But I mean, the actual word barbecue is spelt BARBQUE.
Yeah, exactly.
EQUE.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you could, if you got rid of Q, it's an easy replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would almost be more efficient.
Yeah.
So as a guess, we'll wrap this topip up.
Yeah, sorry.
But I love it.
Yeah.
As a guess, how many letters do you reckon if we went and really culled it down? It's got 26 now.
At the moment.
What do you reckon we get to? 15?
Oh, wow, that's ambitious, but it's a hard one to say.
I reckon a lot of the words would get longer.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to work a bit harder to get some of the...
Yeah, I'm going to say without having to exaggerate too many words.
Yeah.
I'd say 20. I reckon we could get down to 20.
So just 6 you can knock off.
Yeah, well, I think, like you said, otherwise you're just going too far. Or, like you have to have certain letters have to have more sounds than they already do, which is already weird that we do that.
Who knows?
Oh, who knows? So English is a very silly language.
It is. I'm just glad that I learned it from scratch because I would never be bothered to get there.
And good on you, everyone else, where English is your second language. You're more heroic than we give you credit for.
Absolutely.
We know we're lazy, and I'm not proud of that.
So lazy.
But we just want to take the time to say what you do is great. What you've done is great.
That's true. And can I give you a quick side fact to wrap up that topic?
Yeah.
I heard a story only super recently, just in the last couple of days, where this guy, he basically created a new, not alphabet, but he had, it was like a bit of a party trick kind of thing. Except I think he was like a professor or something. but he created exactly what an alphabet is, symbols that made spellings.
Right.
And so what he did was he taught his son how to read this new symbol system that he had. And what he did was, and it covered all sounds. And so what he did was he'd be in, I think, because I think he was a professor, because I think he might have been in like a lecture kind of situation.
Right. Okay.
And he was like, give me any word from any language.
Yeah.
And basically they pulled out this Russian word.
Yeah.
And the guy said it. And so, like, whatever the word was, the guy said the word.
Yeah.
Obviously, Russian sounds nothing like English.
Yeah.
Professor writes it up on the board.
Yeah.
And his son can come out
in
and say the word in Russian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Pretty interesting.
That's very interesting. So he's basically used all our knowledge of language and just said, all right, let's redo this game. Universal. Take this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
pretty interesting.
Very interesting.
And obviously the son doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
But he could say it to the point where a Russian would understand what he means.
An incredible example of how to show that your system works, but the thought that had to go into the system into the first place. I'm curious as to how many letters or symbols were in their alphabet.
That would be interesting because it sounds like it's probably better than ours.
It could be, but I know, for example, I know this topic's going on, but it's interesting. I think language is fascinating.
Yeah, we're good.
That, like Mandarin, for example.
The language, not the fruit.
Language, yeah, the language.
Probably a fruit we wouldn't have if it wasn't for bees.
That's true.
But the language we would. Continue.
Yeah, we probably would. So Mandarin is like there's heaps of characters.
Yeah.
And the characters make sounds. And like I'm definitely not an expert, actually far from it. I don't know hardly anything about Mandarin except that I know that like all the different symbols make different sounds.
Yeah.
But there's like 22,000 plus symbols.
Yeah, because I think, and again, same thing as what you just said.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a symbol for basically everything, a single symbol to represent almost anything.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. As opposed to constructing a word, you have to learn that this thing, this like 5 sticks with a circle on it, means dog.
Yeah. Yeah. But some words, I feel like that's how the word's kind of made. Is like you add 2 things that make sense together, but it also...
But it creates one symbol still, does it?
Well, I just know that in the thing that actually it wasn't Mandarin that I've seen, but in Japan where they similarly have like a symbol system.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's completely different or not in terms of how it's structured, but I remember seeing the word window, and it was broken up like win. And then a little dash, and then do, and then above it was Japanese. Have no idea what it says, but it had the Japanese symbol above the win bit, then a dash, then a Japanese symbol above the do bit.
Gotcha.
So, and I know that that's another thing that happens, that they rewrite English words in Japanese just based on the sound, which I think is separate to like the original word in Japanese. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so there's 2 you can split it up into sounds, or you can just do the window symbol.
This is getting crazy and less factual per second by the second, but
all right, we better
anyway.
We better.
Well,
finish it.
Let's just finish this episode with a quick topic of mine.
All right.
So it is in regards to. I actually have talked to you about this. At the time that I thought about it, which we rarely do because we like to keep it fresh for the podcast. But luckily I have the memory of a goldfish. Can't remember what you said as a response.
Great. I can't remember you telling me anything either.
There was other people around. You will when I say it. But we're at a Bucks with a friend.
Yeah.
And we're out on the beach actually. Mm-hmm. And because I try and surf a bit, but I always wear like a t-shirt when I surf. Yeah. So I wear like boardies, t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And what ends up happening is I just get a hectic like t-shirt tan. So my arms go really, and I like, doesn't take much sound to kind of like brown my arms or whatever, tan my arms.
Yeah.
But it actually leaves me quite pale under the shirt. So I get a big shirt tan.
Yeah.
My question is, and maybe I'll focus more to you listeners and let you guys think about this and please come at us with a response. Is Is there a way to revert a t-shirt tan? And this is how I'm suggesting how, is that, for example, you take your t-shirt off and only put sunscreen on the tan bits of your arm.
Yeah. Or you wear like a sleeve without a shirt.
Well, that would be
with some gloves.
Well, I mean, that's a great answer, because that will literally do the exact reverse effect.
Yeah.
So you'd also have to wear a balaclava down to the neck.
Yep. And some long socks too.
You'd consider
Depending
that?
on what kind of weddy. Depending on what kind of... Oh, no, you had boardies.
Yeah,
so you got to
yeah.
wear some real high socks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then I don't want to get into what else is...
Well, there's nothing else, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's the price you pay.
Yeah.
It's a bit of surfer.
Okay, short of looking like a nude robber, is there another way? Like, do you think my theory about the putting sunscreen, or like maybe extra strength sunscreen up the arms, but then leaving your t-shirt spot blank?
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could get it back to an equilibrium where you're uniformly tanned?
Yeah, I reckon. For sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
But I'm going to be confident with it and say that...
Well, I guess, yeah.
I just reckon that you're cutting down the UV you're going to get on your already kind of darkened bit.
Yeah.
And the other bit is like extra like absorbent because it's just like ready to go.
Yeah, okay.
So I reckon you basically can set it up exactly the same timing.
I reckon tans are interesting in that, like, you know how sometimes you put sunscreen on, you can still get a bit of a tan.
Yeah.
But if you don't put sunscreen on, sometimes you go to red really quick. You go from like pale to red really quick.
Right.
So my thought now, after you've said that, is I wonder if you put like a 50 SPF down the arm.
Yeah.
Like a 15 SPF.
Yeah.
On the t-shirt area.
Balance it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're still protected from the full red. Anyway, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Moral of the day, we'd prefer a t-shirt tan than anything else.
That's right.
Than something worse.
That's true.
Yeah, we're a pro sun safety here, especially in Newcastle, Australia.
Absolutely.
Where lots of people might not be.
We need it.
But anyway, just a thought for you guys.
Just
a thought.
That's good. It's a thought provoker.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about it because heaps of people end up with tan lines. Like girls end up with tan lines, guys end up with basically what you're talking about.
I get a bad neck wetsuit tan too coming out of the winter.
Yeah, and I was just trying to think basically like when I guess the classic is like girls get the kind of tan line on the back. So they just do like the undo kind of the back thing, lay down. They're not getting like just a darker version of what they had at the start. You know? So I reckon that there's like a and we won't linger on it. I feel like we've lingered a lot on topics. But I feel like you basically like start getting dark and then you basically stay at that darkness for a while and then it gets to the burn point.
Okay.
But because you've got that longer period of staying in that dark point, you can kind of like, I'm doing hand actions here, but you're already here.
Yeah,
you're kind of catching up. And then you can be like here, but they're both dark.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Right. You kind of catch up. But
yeah, so it's just, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I like it.
Probably didn't even need to add that, to be honest.
No, I like it. I see what you're saying, though. Like, if you just kind of left it uniform, it'd almost catch up kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Be sun safe, guys. There's nothing healthy about a tan.
Yeah. No.
That's a popular thing to say.
Just so you guys know. Sun safety. We're all about it here at Your Mates.
Oh, it's been the B-sides.
Yeah,
Thanks
as you can tell.
Along. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
Absolutely. Always
Love
a pleasure.
It. And get in touch with us on Instagram at Jack and Scott.
Yes.
Send us a DM, comment on a pic, whatever. Send us anything you want. We love the kind of you guys joining the conversation.
And we want you to make it to the news. That's a great segment for you guys to first feature in.
Yep.
And then
the news is officially open for any kind of observations that don't need a full discussion. I'm more than happy for anyone just to basically throw any single...
Exactly. If you want to bring us some news,
which
can be summarised, then...
Well, today we had 2 news submissions, really.
Yeah, really.
They just happened to be verbal rather than Instagram.
Yeah.
So get onto it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, your mates. Thanks for coming along.
It's been great.